Hi everybody, this is Ron Pereira for the Pereira Method, Philosophy and Fitness. I've been requested to make a video on running shoes, so I'm going to do that now. And as you can see, or maybe not see, I have a lot of running shoes around me. So I'd like to talk a little bit about running shoes and what they do. And basically running shoes help protect your feet. They're cushioning for you, and sometimes they can be used as an orthotic to help you correct maybe a slight imbalance you have with your foot. So they have something called 3 different kinds of runners. One runner is a neutral runner. Basically your heel hits and your foot rolls forward. There's an overpronator, which your foot will hit on the heel and it'll roll inward. Most people have a tendency to do that. And an underpronator, which is actually what I do, my heel tends to hit and roll outward. So basically you want to get fit with the right shoes to either correct that or help with the cushioning. I'm an underpronator, but I use neutral cushioning shoes because I kind of let my foot roll naturally the way it rolls, which has a tendency to hit on the back heel and roll towards the side a little bit. I can actually buy a shoe to correct that, but I tend to go with the more cushiony shoes to help protect myself. Actually, I have a pair of New Balance here that you can probably see. And I'm going to show you that the heel, it strikes, and it actually strikes on the outside of the shoe, and it tends to roll with the wear pattern. It tends to be more worn on the outside of the shoe versus the inside of the shoe. So basically that's why I go for the cushioning shoes to protect myself. I basically train in the New Balance here. They're a very good cushiony shoe. They feel good. They come in a 2E width. There's basically a D width, a 2E, a 4E, depending on how wide your feet are. And the best way you can figure out which kind of shoes that fit you is to go to a fit expert. So when I bought my first pair of shoes, I went to Roadrunners in Providence, and they did an excellent job of fitting me. And actually, these are one of the first pair of running shoes that I bought. They're the Asics. They're like 7 years old, but I still kind of keep them around. And I did run an Asics for a while. I ran in these to run Providence in 2013, and they're a pretty effective shoe. They have gel technology. I don't know if you can see it, but there's gel in between to help cushioning in between the shoe and the heel. So those are good shoes. I actually ran an Asics to run Newport in 2013. I used these shoes, and they were very effective. I ran 3:28.25 and qualified for Boston. So I really like the Asics, but I've been kind of like going away from them because they are a little heavier. They weigh about 11 ounces. So I've been kind of like going towards the lightweight cushioning, sort of like the New Balance Fresh Foam. These are only about 8 ounces. So it makes a big difference when you run long distances, and the cushioning is excellent too. These are pretty cool. I like the colors on these. And also I've been using the Adidas Boost, which basically they take a whole bunch of pellets and they compress them for cushioning. So these are pretty cool shoes. I use these to run Chicago in. So we had a lot of fun in Chicago, Johanna, Nicholas, and I. So, and I have a few pair of those. I have this more Boosts here. I have some yellow Boost sneakers, and running shoes. And I have some of these forest green ones. These are pretty cool. And basically, if you're looking for good discounts, 6pm.com and holasports.com online give excellent discounts. 20 to 30% off on regular running shoes. I do also have a pair of Nikes. I basically just walk in these, and they're pretty cool. I like them. They're red. So basically, running shoes, you want to go for cushioning, and you don't want to overstride. You want to try to land on your forefoot. Sometimes when I overstride, I tend to land on my heel, and that kind of like puts a little bit more stress on your knees. So you want to try to keep your feet underneath you and try to increase your stride rate versus your stride length. I usually try to go for stride rate. And to do that and train, sometimes I run in the Vibrams, because if you try to run with too long of a stride in these and you hit your heel down, you're going to feel it. It's really going to hurt your knees. So basically you want to protect yourself. Go to a fit expert, get fit with the right width and the right length, because that's important, because you don't want your feet moving around inside your shoes. You want them pretty stable in there, and you want a wide enough shoe that your toes are going to spread. And these are pretty cool. They're very light too. I train in these once in a while. I've run like 16 miles in these in the past, but I usually try to run at a little slower rate. So those are pretty cool. So short stride versus a long stride. Try not to heel strike. Try to land on the middle of your foot versus the heel of your foot. So basically, that's what I have for running shoes. I also have a pair of Brooks, but they're a little heavier, so I usually don't run in these. And also I have these, the Crocs, which I've run a couple of miles in these. They're kind of crazy, but as long as they fit right and as long as they're comfortable, you just don't want to get blisters. Blisters are really bad, so you want to protect your feet. And basically, just wanted to let you know I'm running in the fleet on July 24th. Johanna and Rich are running as well. And it's pretty close to 4th of July, so I will be drinking some of these this weekend, and we'll be having some fun. There's a long weekend. I have 3 days off in a row, so I'm looking forward to that. And also looking forward to training hard for the fleet. And I just wanted to wish everybody out there a happy 4th of July. I hope you all have a great weekend and have a good time. And use the time off to recharge and, go forward. So for the Pereira Method, I'm Ron Pereira. And just make sure you have fun this weekend and be safe. See ya!